Basketball right now is the most, I think, is the sport that kept me out of the streets, because if it wouldn't be about basketball, I wouldn't go to school anymore. I would be maybe selling drugs or in the gangs. So everything I have right now, school, my family, I have a job and everything, it's all because of basketball, because basketball kept me on the straight line and give me discipline, not discipline just around basketball, but also in my life. So all my life, it's due to basketball. So everything the man I am right now is because of basketball. I think it's one of the most important year of my basketball life, because it's my recruiting year. So next year I'm going to university. It's my last year to get recruited for, it could be to United States or in CIS playing in Canada. So in my future, it's one of the main points, because after this year, it's university, and that's when maybe the last step of my life in basketball. Actually, basketball wasn't my first sport. I started playing basketball when I was about in secondary 1 or 2. I was first a soccer player, and after when I started playing basketball in my high school, I just felt the love of basketball. So I just fell in love with the sport, and I stopped playing soccer, and I just concentrated myself into basketball.
Right now in Quebec, we know we have the NBA coming up this week. They always fill out the Bell Center, 22,000 people. So we know there's a big interest of basketball. But it's still, one thing that hasn't changed from the time I was younger, it's still underground. The media, they are always reluctant to talk about basketball. It's more mainstream today. It's still, basketball is still looked at as, it's more than sports. It's fashion, it's music, it's TV. The basketball stars are always big in Montreal. As far as the development of basketball, there's more opportunity for kids today than when I played. There's probably more players going over to the US now. It's really open. We see a lot of NCAA coaches coming to Quebec to look at the local talent, the Cégep talent, which is probably the best way to get to university. Canada or in the US is to play, Cégep basketball.